Welcome along to NASCAR Manager, the qualifying day for the newest GP event that they have launched in NASCAR Manager. So we're going to try and give it our best. We've had a very difficult start to life in NASCAR Manager again after picking it up after a long absence. So we entered Challenger for the last couple of GPs. And it's been really difficult. Some of the tracks, we start at the back every race. It's been a bit of a pain, and it definitely seems like we're grouped with players across any series. So again, players with big max flags we still get grouped with, which is a bit odd because the FAQs say that it's on similar flag levels. But we're going to give this a go. I'm going to drop down to Junior. Now, there is only 3 GP events in sort of conditions in this NASCAR Manager. You've got Junior, Challenger and Contender. So we're going to go back to Junior, see if we can learn the ropes, get a little good result under our belt and go from there. So it is the Octane Air event. That is the event that we're going for today. These are our 2 drivers, sticking with that fuel management being decisive. And this is the car setup that we are running to in this Junior GP. Now, hopefully, we're going to go and absolutely smash it. You never know, though. You absolutely never know on this game. We're about to find out. We're going to learn the hard way as well. It's a new day. It's a new weekly league. New monthly league for clubs. The new pit pass as well has been launched. So there's a lot of free stuff to claim if you get the free version or the premium version. Remember to get that creator code added in your shop, which you can see in the top left-hand supporter creator. Now we're going to get to it, shall we? Let's go into race number 1 of what is the Octane Air event. Let's go racing, and oh my god, it's Watkins Glen. Why would they do that to me? It's the track that I absolutely do not do any good at. Race number 1, 641 versus 648 on the team score. And let's go to Watkins Glen and find out. I mean, I'm hoping we start near the front this time, because in Challenger, we're at the back every time. I'm hoping it's to be the easiest Junior 4 races of my life. And we start at 7 and 8. Okay, that probably gives us a level about where we are then at the moment. So I'm going to go for fuel. I mean, surely we can smash through this. There's only one way to find out, though. So, let's get ready to rumble at Watkins Glen International. Let's see if we can get the job done. Can we? Can we get the job done? We're racing. Now, I'm going to go all-out attack here. I feel like there's no point holding back. It's all about all-out attack. And we are off and racing. P7 and P8 as green flag waves. And now we want to get some early positions on. There you go, into P6. We have already made it. And look at that, into P4. Oh, we are flying now. That is what we want to see already. P3, Burton hasn't made much ground. He's lost ground and currently sits in P number 9. So he's got a bit of work to do. Now, what I might do is get him in for a quick pit road stop. A short stop for Burton. That's what I feel is going to be key. Now, I should be able to just go fuel on this run for Lahoy. And we are already up to P2. This is more enjoyable. And there you go. Packer's gone. And we're going to come out in that clean air. Undercut being key. And look at the pace. Well, you don't have the speed down there, that's for sure. But as we continue to push on through the corner, we're going to come back through. And are we going to take P1? It's not. We've got car up the inside. We are chasing hard. Let's get a couple of thumbnail images, but in the pits we go. So, Lahoy in the pits. And he's already coming back out. Again, 2 full laps of fuel here to absolutely pace it. Now we start lap 3. I might be able to do another lap here with Burton. Because I feel like he's going to get absolutely hammered by everybody else pitting on lap number 3. So, kind of want to probably just edge off a little bit with him. And then low fuel we'll ignore. We're just going to keep pace where we can as we go on. So that's going to be P... Oh, there's cars coming out of the pits already. But we are into P1. Burton has got up to P4 though. Fuel and tyres for his next stop. But P4 is okay. Look at the gap that we've got. I do worry, though, that he's not going to be good enough to get P2 and P3. Again, I don't think our levels are quite there. Let's push into pit road a little bit. We've definitely got a lot of work to do as we come into pit road. Where are the other cars? Fairly straightforward for them. Long pit road stop. But are we going to get absolutely chucked to the back? I mean, we're going to be in clear air again. We're not going to get 3 laps. I mean, look how far these cars are out in front. They are flying. They will pit this lap, though. We'll pit on the next lap. Burton is gaining ground on these cars through the middle. He'll come back for fuel for one final lap run. As Lahoy takes P1. Definitely not the strategy of champions, though, I can tell you that one. As we do now take 7th. Just going to be a fuel stop to come in for. We are going to squeak up to P4. And yeah, we're not going to catch Bush, who is 3rd. And the leader needs to pit as well. So it's not going to be the full points. We're still not set up perfectly for this circuit. But we are into pit road for the short stop. And so are we with Burton. Very tricky track. Probably should do better from where I was. But this is all I know. I mean, we are P4. That's okay. I'm happy with that. We're only going to be P4. We're not going to gain anything else. Can we get P1, though? That is P1 should be. Not anymore. P1 it is for ourselves. We have made it to P1 on lap number 7. Burton is not going to catch P3, but I'm going to take the points here. I don't expect to be maxing out any races. This is notoriously one of the most difficult. And we have got off to a good start, I want to say. It is P1 for Loy, P4 for Burton. That is meaning that we are going to score okay points in the end. So, a job done. I would have liked to go the max, but they were a little bit too fast for our liking. And you can see we take 73 points. Just a couple of points drop then in the end from that 75. Usually we score about 40 to 50 points in Challenger. So probably I respect that score in the end. So again, 5-2 and a 3-4 out front. That one stop. I mean, I don't think that's true because we did do multiple stops, didn't we? Oh, it's on tyre changes, isn't it, though, to be fair. Level 7, level 5. Wow, some big levels. And also the car for the rival. But we'll take the points and move swiftly away from that Watkins Glen. So we are off to Daytona. Daytona International Speedway for race number 2. Hoping that apart from Watkins Glen, we can go and score 75 points. So that's going to be the aim today. Another 70, hopefully 75 all the way through as we a little bit jolty. Hopefully we don't need to sort that out mid-race. If we do, I will sort it as we go Spectra and Spectra for fuel. And it's time to race. Here we go. If it's laggy, I'll try and reset mid-race. Hopefully not. Pace car enters pit road. We are about to get set and racing. And we are on the way. We are lagging a little bit from what I can see. We're lagging quite a lot, to be fair. But it's good enough. You can see enough at the moment. Now, this is usually a 2-3-3 circuit that we like to go and do. We've got a rival in P1. And we are currently P3 and P9. Again, it is kind of laggy, but you can make out what is going on. But I was just going to keep... I mean, that rival is pushing hard. Let's go fuel only. And we'll come into pit road. P8 and P9, P7, P10 will enter pit road for the first time. Come on. And now it's going to be a big 3 laps. Big 3 laps. We need to be pushing hard. I mean, yeah, it runs pretty smoothly on mine, look, as you can see. It is running pretty smooth compared to the stream, so I will just reset after this race. Luckily, only 8 laps to come. Where are the rivals? They are in pit road at the moment. We are coming fast, and we are ahead. P6, P7. That is a beautiful formation from the team. We'll have a little bit of a screenshot of that one. Low fuel. I think we're okay. I think we're okay on that. So now, fuel and tyres. Fuel and tyres for both cars. Just keep going, keep pushing. See what we've got. Not going to run out. P3 is keeping us honest. Let's just cut down now. As into pit road we come. Longer stops then. Rival will carry on. As now we'll exit pit road. Where is the pack? We're going to slot, hopefully, in the gap between them. If we can keep this gap. We're going to just get the gap. Yes, we are going to just get the gap. That is a lifesaver. But we are in the pack, though. That is a problem. That P1 out front is going to get some nice clean air to run in. That is the difference. We should take over, though. They should be on the longer stop now. And there you go. We have taken over. P4, P7. Come on. P4, P5 now. Look at that. Great run round the outside nearly. Rival's back in P8. I think we could have this. Up to P3. Bit of defending going on. Up to P2. These should enter pit road, though. And they do. So it leaves us in P1 and P2 on the final lap. That is what we need as we round the corner, round the bank. P3 is quite a distance away. But it should be good enough for us to secure that 75. We knew we needed it. It looks like we're going to get it. Amongst the lag of the stream a little bit, we do take P1. We do take P2. Let's go indeed. That's what we needed. Big up the 75. Watkins, Glen destroyed us, but we come back hard with race number 2. 75, well, what is this, race 2? Yeah, 75 points in the bag. That is what we're after. 6-7-1 the rivals team score. And they had a Dylan 4, Blaney 7, and also a setup of that caliber. Race number 3. It's a team score that is in our favour as we go off to Richmond Raceway. Can we again secure 75 points in this race? Hopefully we can. We need to continue this point scoring. Definitely to get through. I'm sure there'll be a lot of max scoring from players. P5, P6 we start in this junior event. We're going to move our Spectra boost on for fuel as well. Massive difference when you've got that big fuel levels in this race. So, race screen time, here we go. 17 laps. It's going to be the 5-6-6 strategy that we're going to focus on as we zoom out a little bit and we'll watch the pack run. Around lap number 3, we will start our push and we will absolutely rock it, hopefully, through the field. Some early defending, but we have got that inside bank nicely up to P4. So, I mean, we've got that bank quite well. Now, we're on lap 3. I'm going to wait, and now I'm going to push. So, let's push now and take the lead of this race, like so. And then we'll be coming in for fuel on lap number 5, which is the next lap after this one. So, we go past pit road, and then fuel. Burton's had a terrible little run now. He's pushing, not made any ground, though, being blocked. Now he makes ground as he's coming into the pits. And he enters pit road in P3. I mean, wasn't looking like he was going to get there, but he has. So 6 laps to come then. Need to get this to lap number 11 as we exit. And this is all about the undercut again. But already, we've managed to do some overtaking. It's all going to be about Burton. He is going to get ahead of the chasing pack. That's key. That's key that we do not get stuck in any traffic. And as we come round, we should then inherit P number, what is it, 3 and 4 at the moment. Got some drivers going a lot longer now in the pit road. We're on lap 9. And what I'm going to do is just hit the medium for a moment on the engine. Just try and eke out. And then now, La Hoy is catching up. Fuel and tyres. And then Burton is going to do the same. We've got enough fuel in the tank to do that. Just going to catch the pack. But we are going to enter pit road for the long stop. So in pit road we are. We've entered lap 12 already. As we entered through the pit lane. Now the pack are going to come through. But remember, we do not need to stop again. And look at that for an inside line. Already up to 7th. Kind of don't need to push too much. I need to bring Burton to the pack. Which I have now. So although we're sitting in 8th place, there's going to be a lot of cars entering pit road. And we can see we are now P4 and 8. Bit of conserving from the AI rival. I believe it is anyway. And they now enter pit road. So it is now P1 and P3. Will P2 still pit? Yes, they are. They're about to run out of fuel. So we are into P2. And to be honest, as we start lap 16, we have got so much fuel and tyres left. We can just burn it, baby. It's time to absolutely put the hammer down. And look at the gap we are. We have lapped P3. Well, what was P3? We're on the final lap. And we have lapped all the way up to around P7 with this strategy. A big move, a big win. And yeah, around P7 got lapped. That was a huge race in the end. It's a great strategy. And we take the big points. Again, another quite easy 75 points in the end. Come on, it's just for Watkins Glen. If we can just get Watkins Glen to a good enough vantage point, then we might be okay. But race 3, 6-4-1 team score versus the 6-2-3. That was good. Level 7 Burton for the rival and a level 6 Elliott with the following car setup as well. 1 to go. For the final time, qualifying against a Kevin. Here we go. It is race number 4. We are off to California. And this is a track that we've dropped points at before. Hopefully not today. But let's see. Where do we qualify? Should probably be in that 5-8 pack again. Yeah, 5-10 in the end. That is okay. I think fuel's usually okay on this one. I think it's a bit of tyres that I usually struggle with. Let's go. Can we use a different boost? Anything big on tyres? We've got grip. Probably use that compound boost. I think we're going to be okay on fuel. Sure we are. I think what it is, it's the tyres that usually struggle around this because it's a 3-3-3. And we want to push on the 3 lap stints. Again, just trying to learn myself here and there. So off we go then. Green flag, P6 and P10 is where we currently sit. And we don't want to do too much work early on, especially with tyres. But hopefully we are going to be good with this tyre boost on. So the pack spreading out up and down the track, up and down the bank. But no one really making some big moves just yet. We are closing up though. So pack's going fairly slow at this stage. Bit of a cat and mouse. Who's going to blink first? We do have some cars now stretch at the front, which opens a little bit more room for ourselves, for both of us here. Now, where can we go from here? When do we push? I mean, tyres I still need to look after. I don't think it's still the best tyre management in the world. So let's go refuel only. Just try and save a bit of tyre down that straight. Fuel we're okay with. And we're just bang on 51%. That's the key. I mean, 3 laps at pushing is going to hurt us a little bit. Probably shouldn't push in the pits like I do all the time. But again, here we go. So we're going to push initially. P10 and P11. We've got the clean air. We need to get past these cars ahead of us though. And we're going to take both cars round the outside. So P8 and P9. Rival is with us. We're going to just bank off there on the corner. And just bank off again. Need to get another lap in though somehow. We are in P1 and P3. Got to get this extra lap in. We do save a little bit of fuel and tyres. I think we're okay actually. We've managed to do a nice little bit of saving here. As pit road goes past. So it's fuel and tyres. And I think we're both good to push here. We should be both good. We've managed to get out of the slipstream of the rival. And now we can push clear. And look at the gap that we've pulled already. Tyres should be okay till we pit. So as we look at that, we've pulled massively clear at the right time. We held and waited. And now we're into pit road. Let's get on the conserve. P3 comes in as well. And I just didn't pit for... Oh, I just didn't pit for tyres. I've made a big rookie mistake. I didn't pit for tyres. And I haven't pushed Burton. We have this in the bag. And I've wrecked it. I've absolutely wrecked it big time. Because I've got to pit again for tyres. Another huge mistake in NASCAR Manager. Oh, this should have been an easy one too. Should have been. And now we're in the pack. Oh, brutal. A brutal mistake is going to cost us massively. Unless we can get through these quickly. We have got speed. We have entered the final lap. P2 is not. I mean, can we catch P2 here? We need to get past this car who is blocking us. We are in P3 now. Can we hunt down P2? P2 is going to be low on fuel. By the time they get to the finish line, we are catching quickly. I don't think we're going to make it though. It's a huge mistake. Oh, man. Man, we should have been taking 75 points in that race. I can't believe I didn't select tyres. Hopefully some of you watching were probably screaming at the telly. Why have you not picked tyres? Oh, what an idiot. And look how close we got, even with making an extra pit stop. Yeah, that's brutal. 74 points. Again, we all make mistakes. That was one that was definitely avoidable. 74 points for us. It is a level 6, obviously 6 again for the rival. An okay car. So frustrating to finish off what was actually a quite promising scoring video. But qualifying is done. The Q1 is completed. And we'll see if that is enough to get through. It is 297. We have dropped 3 points, which we shouldn't have dropped that last point. That was an easy point in the end. Watkins Glen does us every time. But we should have topped the 75 in that final race. But hopefully we can come back for opening round. We can get through and have a lot better event down in Junior.